Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is white chocolate raspberry from Aldi's. I have one left after this. I've kind of been nursing it along. So that'll be it probably for this year until next year around Valentine's Day. They may come out with it again. Who knows? For those of you who don't know, that's pretty much my favorite. The white chocolate raspberry from Aldi's, the Verissimo, is the best for me. I've had other brands, but this is the best, in my opinion. Got a little crooked there. Well, so today it's going to be 80 degrees. It's a nice cool morning. It's been raining, so that's good. It's a nice rainy day. I can do some things inside. And later on, if it clears up, maybe I can go pull a few weeds. But boy, I'll tell you, I was cleaning out switching around my kitchen cupboards, and I had to go up and down off the floor, and, because you have to reach the back of the cupboard and all that, and oh my goodness, am I stiff this morning. Yeah, that's really hard on the hips and the lower back. So getting up off the floor gets harder and harder. Some people don't have a problem with it, but I've gotten to the point where I do. So that's my plan for the day. I think I'm just going to clean up. I don't really feel like going to Aldi's. I should go, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. And there's really not a whole lot that I must have. There's some things that I can still use up instead of buying more. But there are a few things there that I like to have in the house all the time that I'm out of. But that's okay. I'll see. Maybe I'll go, maybe I won't. So I think this week it's going to be cooler, in the low 80s, which is good for me. I like that. Upper 70s is even better. Mid to upper 70s. That's the weather that I like. I think that's the perfect temperature. That used to be a little cool for me in my younger days, but now it's the perfect temperature. So let's give this coffee a taste and see if it's as good as I remember. And I'm using white chocolate raspberry creamer. Sometimes I use chocolate creamer with that too. But I'm out of chocolate creamer, and my Walmart order got canceled because of a power outage from the tornadoes that blew through our area. So, but I haven't reordered. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Because most of what's in there is creamer and, a few other things. It's not a big order. So cheers. Oh yes, it's as good as I remember. I don't know, there's just something about that Verissimo brand that it has a very good flavor. Very good. So I'm still working on cooking down my refrigerator and freezer. That's what I've been doing, and trying to come up with some meal ideas. So I can change it up a little bit. I don't like to eat the same old all the time. I still need to go do some harvesting, but it's kind of wet out there, so I'll wait till things dry out. But I know there's some zucchini and tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers out there that I need to harvest. But they were small, So I'll just let them grow for a little bit longer. So, all right, well, I will meet you over at the budget book over there. But first, I'm going to savor this delicious coffee. Well, here we are back at the budget book. So, yesterday I didn't spend any money. Yay. Now that the tax-free days are over with, I'm going to double down on an effort to not spend. I got pretty much what I needed and wanted during the no tax days. So that was a good thing. And then I got no tax on the deck supplies. That was a good perk. So hopefully things will settle down now. I'll get everything organized. My mission is to get my downstairs all organized and before December. And I had to move the timeline of the deck up a little bit because my contractor can do it in September. He can't do it in October. So I really had planned on doing other things. But, you know, sometimes you have to be a little flexible. So it's all good. It'll all get done eventually. And what doesn't get done doesn't get done. That's all there is to it. So, I don't know, today I might go to the store. There's, like I said, there's not a whole lot that I need, but I know Aldi's has grapes on sale, and I like grapes. It's one of the few fruits that I buy when they're reasonable. I buy apples and sometimes oranges, bananas. I don't buy anything real expensive when it comes to fruit. So I'm not a big fruit eater. I like some fruit. I like strawberries. But I don't eat fruit every single day. I do eat vegetables every day, but I don't eat fruit every day. And that's fine. It won't hurt you not to eat fruit every day. So it's humid, it's muggy from all the rain, but it's cool, which is nice. And I do have to get outside and pull some weeds. I have to figure out a different configuration during the time the fella's doing my deck. I have to figure out how I'm going to let the dogs out. So far I've come up with the plan of letting them out the garage door and putting up a temporary fence along there and blocking off the deck. I think that'll work just fine. So I'm going to have to put all my deck furniture out on the lawn, and eventually the lawnmower people are going to show up, but they'll just have to mow around it for a week. That's all I can figure out to do, because I don't store my deck furniture in the garage. I just cover it over the winter. And I've done that for years, and it seems to work out just fine. So that's what I'll do again this year, but I'll have to put all my furniture out on the lawn because the dogs are going to be in the other part of the yard, and I want to give them enough space. So life with dogs, you always have to think about your furry friends and what they need and how to keep them safe. Because that's my biggest concern, is Chloe, she likes to escape once in a while. You know, if she finds a hole in the fence or something, she'll go run around outside and have a good time for a few minutes, and she eventually comes back. But yesterday my friend and I were sitting out on our little patio, and all of a sudden this beautiful young husky comes whizzing by in the backyard. And boy, he was going, or she was going at a good clip. And then here comes the owner right behind, and as he's coming around the corner of her deck, he slipped and did a flop on the ground, and it's like, oh my God, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And he gets up and he starts chasing this dog again, and I hope he caught him. It was a beautiful, beautiful little husky. But huskies are noted to run. I've had a husky, and he was a handful. So anyway, that was our big excitement for the day. And then my little chipmunk that lives under my one flower bed, my one raised flower bed, has learned to climb up the bird feeder pole. So he or she likes to get up there and stuff her cheeks full of seeds. Probably loves the peanuts and the corn. And then I have a squirrel, a couple squirrels actually, that come and visit the bird feeder. Here's that little guy, sure munching down a lot. And of course the birds. I mostly get blue jays and cardinals, which I love cardinals. And the blue jays are beautiful too, but they can be really noisy sometimes. But they had young birds out in the woods, I guess. They used to make it in my one little tree that I had taken down because of problems with it. But now I think they nest in the woods, and they had a ton of young ones this year. When they fledged, they were all over the place, and they all seemed to sort of fledge at the same time. And you can tell the young birds when they come to the feeder because they're not afraid of us when we're sitting there. The older birds don't come when we're sitting out there. Most of what I get are little chickadees. They're really cute too. But I don't get any different birds usually, and that's okay. I don't mind that. And my little hummingbirds are really enjoying the feeder for some reason. They've been very active. I was able to get some footage of them yesterday, and that was fun. But I've cut that down to one bird feeder for the hummingbird because cleaning some of those hummingbird feeders can be a real project. The feeder that I have out there now is very, very easy to clean. So I do a 1/4 cup of sugar and a cup of hot water, and I let it cool off, and then I feed them that way, and that lasts for 2 or 3 days, and then I give them new food. But they seem to like that. I don't buy the hummingbird food. It's not necessary, and you don't need to give them the red dye. That's not really good for them anyway. So it's very simple, and from what I've read and understand is not to use any sugar except plain white sugar. Not raw sugar, not honey, none of those things. Just plain white sugar is best. But, you do your own research and see what you come up with. And, I'm a big advocate of you do you. We don't have to force our own opinions and ideas on other people. So, all right, well, we'll see what I do today. I may end up going to the store, but right now I certainly don't feel like it. But it's still early. So, all right. I'll be back. Here's a meal idea. I had a little bit of this chopped salad from Giant Eagle that was on sale that I bought when I went with my daughter. And I had a little bit of it yesterday, and this is what's left. So I put it in a mason jar to keep it fresher. But what I want to do is add some of this strawberry mint vinaigrette to it. And I want to do that and let it just sit in the fridge because there's cabbage and kale and, you know, the harder greens in there, carrots. So I want to marinate it in this for 2 or 3 days. I'll eat it, and then I can put it on fish tacos, on regular tacos, because I have a lot of taco tortillas. And then in here, from Aldi's, I get this deluxe whole cashews with sea salt. And there are always little bits of nuts and sea salt left in there. So I'm going to put that in here too, because just putting this isn't salty enough. And then I'm going to add some pepper too. So just a meal idea of what you can do with the meal kits rather than eating it right away. You can marinate it in whatever your favorite dressing is and then use it to top your sandwiches. You can use it on pulled pork. You can use it on barbecued sandwiches, whatever, on tacos. You can use it for a lot of things. And it won't go bad if you only keep it for a couple days. So that's just another meal idea. There we go. I just put all the ingredients in here and shook it up. And now that'll be going in the fridge. And that'll be enough for at least a couple meals. And I can eat it as a salad too if I want. So just another meal idea. Well, I have all these ingredients I want to do something with. So I'm going to make a soup. These are peppers and zucchini from the garden. I have a couple of shriveled potatoes. They'll cook up just fine. I have an onion, a small one. I have a can of beans, and I still have the tofu manwich. So I want to use some of this and some of this. Then I'm going to combine the two and freeze what's left over for another meal. And then I'm just going to make a little pot of soup. I don't want soup for a week, but I have to start using up some of this produce. And I'll probably add a couple of tomatoes to this too. I have to look through those and see how fresh they still are. So another quick and easy meal. Use it up. Just not waste anything. All right. Let's see. All right, I added a little oil. I'm going to put some salt and pepper on here and just let this cook a little bit, soften it up. Then I'm going to add some veggie broth. And last but not least, I will add the beans and the tofu. So I think that'll make a good little soup. Okay, these have softened up. I have a little bit of garlic powder left in here. I'm going to add that. And I'm going to add some onion powder. I put a little bit of complete seasoning in there. And then I'm going to put some of this Giarosa vegetable base in there. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons. Oh, I got to loosen that up a little bit. Okay, a couple tablespoons of that, and then I'm going to add about 3 cups of water. You can water it down as much as you want. Leave it as thick as you want. That's the beauty of soup. You can make it as strong or as weak as you want. All right, I'm going to go get some water and add that in. Let that cook for a while, and then when it's almost done, I'm going to add the beans and the tofu. Right, there it is. I'm going to let that cook until everything is tender. And that took me all of 20 minutes to make, and it's a very healthy meal. You can add some greens to that, whatever, some spinach, some kale, some collards, whatever. That is the beauty of soup. I did add a carrot that I had. All right, I added some of this to the soup, just a few tablespoons of each, beans and tofu. I'm keeping a little portion out to put as a hot dog topping. I still have hot dog buns that I want to use up, so that'll go in the fridge, and the rest of this is going to go in the freezer to enjoy in the future. All right, so lots of meals here. I could probably get 6 or 7 meals out of all this, just out of things I've already had. Very cheap ingredients, things from the garden. So there are ways to get around this crazy inflation, but you have to be a little creative and do the cooking. All right, there's just a few meal ideas. All right, I need to get back to working on this dining room. My table is a mess. I still need to paint a couple things. I need to do my curtain that's going in front of the notebooks, and I need to finish up the lamps that I'm reconstructing. But today I thought I would just get this off the table. So I have those dots that I bought, those sticky dots on both sides. Now this painting isn't very heavy, so I'm going to go ahead and put these on 2 corners. I don't know if I'll need 4, and see if it stays on the wall. So that way I'll know if they're any good or not. All right, let me give this a go. Okay, so far so good. I have to wait and see how that sticks to the wall, if it holds. I put 1 on each corner and 1 in the middle. So we'll see. Okay, here's tonight's dinner. The soup I made earlier today. You could put some Parmesan cheese on there, some croutons if you wanted to, or just eat it like this. And here I have what's left of my homemade seitan, and I made some Bako mayonnaise. I used these imitation bacon bits, mixed it in with the mayonnaise. There's a yellow tomato on there from the garden, some lettuce. So it's bacon, lettuce, and tomato, or not bacon, lettuce, and tomato, whatever you want to call it. So this is tonight's dinner. Quick and easy, all with things I already had on hand. Well, geez, it's already 3 o'clock again, Friday again. Every time I turn around, I feel like it's Groundhog Day. Yep, here it is, it's Friday. Oh, here it is, it's 3 o'clock. I don't even know where the day went today. You ever have a day where you just kind of meander your way through and you don't really accomplish a whole lot, but you're busy? And I've been busy all morning. Well, I did do some cooking, but that's not that big a deal. Didn't do much in the dining room. I hung up a picture. The kitchen, well, I don't know. I was looking through some food to see if it was still good. I did do that. But yeah, I feel like I didn't accomplish much today at all. So anyway, 3 o'clock is pretty much it's time to quit time. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Did I accomplish anything worthwhile? Well, I made soup. I froze some things. I ate some things. So it is what it is. So I still have a Walmart order coming, and I'll show you that. It's nothing epic, that's for sure. It came to $63 if everything I ordered is in there, and it's hardly anything. So, but it's things that I use. Most of it is extra creamer. Nothing much for the freezer because I'm trying to cook that down. No produce. I have enough of that, even if I just eat what's in the garden. And I have lettuce, so I don't need produce. So I didn't get any of that. I did get for 12 something, so that added to the cost. I got some of the like Benefiber, but it's Walmart's brand. Oh, and I got a big thing of toilet paper. That was about $12. So, you know, there's $25 right there, just those two things. So that's why it's so much. I had to think about that. But everything else was no big deal. So, all right, well, hopefully my Walmart order shows up. It's supposed to come, I think, between 5 and 7. I'm not sure. I have to look back at the app. So, all right. Oh, we have the landscapers are doing the lawn and cleaning up. So, okay, well, I'll be back with my Walmart order and show you what I got. Okay, my Walmart order just came, and I got this big 12 mega rolls of toilet paper. I got and that was $11.88, I think. And then I got some backup creamer. I don't have much of it anymore. I got some of the Planet Oat coffee cake. And they only let me have one chocolate caramel. I guess they were low on inventory. So I had ordered 2, but I only got 1. So that's fine. They said I couldn't have 2. And then a white chocolate raspberry. So I'm happy with those. Now I have enough creamer because all mine was opened already. And then I bought these fishless fillets. These are really good. I like these. It's a small package. So that's for backup because I'm going to be eating the ones that I have in the freezer. So I wanted to replace it. Then I got 2 of these pizza crust mix because I had to throw mine away because of the mouse problem I had. So I got 2 of those, and those were $1 something. Their pizza crust is pretty good. You can always add stuff to the crust if you want. Maybe some Italian seasoning or whatever you like. So I got 2 of those. And I got this. I've never tried these before. They're supposed to be Dr. Pepper beans, but I just finished a beans. So this is another backup because I do like to replace what I use. Then I got a can of coconut cream. I want to try and make some ice cream. So I need coconut cream for that recipe, and that was $2 something. I can't remember exactly. It's online if you want to check the prices. And then I had ordered the Krusteaz buttermilk pancake and waffle mix. They were out, so I got the Great Value brand. And again, I had to throw it out, so I'm just replacing what I threw out. And I like to keep that on hand for a quick breakfast. And then I got this fiber powder, again the Equate brand. My doctor said I should use that. So they were out of a couple things, so I think my order came to $43 and something. So that's not too bad. So I have to put this stuff away and then I'll be back to sign off. Oh, dinner was good. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.